Good day! For today's lessons, we have 3. First, informational text. Second, vowel digraphs. Third, vowel diphthongs. So let's have first informational text, and this is an English lesson, and this is for week 5. Our objective is to restate facts on climate change, children's rights, and traffic safety from informational text. So what is an informational text? So informational texts are factual information about specific topics that are conveyed to the readers in different forms. Authors of informational text employ a variety of structures to assist readers in finding information quickly and efficiently. So now I have here a short informational text. So do you know your rights? Every child has rights. As an important part of the society, you should be loved and taken care of. As a child, you should know and value your rights. The first right that you should know is the right to be born and to be given a name. It is also your right to become part of a family that will love and take care of you. Your family should provide your needs such as clothing, foods, and shelter. You should also be protected from danger. It is also your right to be educated. Now that you know your rights, do you enjoy these rights? Yes or no? So now, let's answer in the comment section below. So what are the facts about the children's right? So what are your rights? Write your answer in the comment section below. If you're not yet done, click the pause button. If you're done, click the play button. So what are the facts about children's rights? So the first thing that you should know is the right to be born and be given a name. Second, it is also your right to become part of a family that will love and take care of you. Third, your family should provide your needs such as clothing, foods, and shelter. And lastly, you should also be protected from danger. So, actually, what we did is an example of restating a fact. Okay, so what is restating a fact? So, restating a fact is a means of expressing or stating original ideas using your own words. Okay, when you read something and then you want to write it, so you are restating because you're using your own words. So, in effect, it can change the structure of the sentence. So, it means you can copy it's not like the original one. So, it changed the structure of the sentence by either making it shorter or longer. So, restating can be done in varied ways. Some of the ways to restate is by paraphrasing and summarizing. When we say paraphrasing, you're using your own words. It's not exact like the text that you read, so you're paraphrasing it. When we say summarizing, you make it short. You summarize it. So again, that is restating a fact. Stating using your own words, and with that, it can change in structure, and it can be in varied ways. The two ways are paraphrasing and summarizing. So, restating usually draws information from an existing information or details. This is known as informational text, which is in the form of a story, a passage, an article, or a news. These informational texts are factual. Okay, so when restating, we actually use informational text. It can be in a story, it could be a story, passage, article, or news. So now, let's answer these in your drill board. So you need to complete the paragraph by selecting your answer from the choices below. So just write on your drill board or in your paper, if you don't have your drill board, just write 1 to 5. So the choices are inside the box. We have paraphrasing, restating, informational text, summarizing, and structure. So for number 1, blank is a means of expressing or stating defined facts or ideas by using your own words. In effect, it can change the number 2 of the sentence by either making it shorter or longer. It can be done in varied ways. So some of the ways to restate is by number 3 and 4. What are the 2 ways of restating? Restating usually draws information from an already existing information or details, and this is known as blank, in the form of story, passage, article, or news. These informational texts are all factual, and if used for restating, same message should be expressed though words and structure are different. So if you're not yet done, click the pause button. If you're done, click the play button. Okay, so now let's check. For number 1, we have restating. Number 2, structure. Number 3, paraphrasing and summarizing. Number 5, informational text. So if you got all 5, good job. So now let's have vowel and digraphs. So our objective is to read words, phrases, sentences, and stories containing vowel digraphs. So I have here examples of the vowel digraphs. So let's read this part first. So we have rain, tail, pale, male. Now your turn. Good job. Now let's read the second part. We have ray, play, tray, and clay. Now your turn. Very good. Now let's have this part. Leaf, meat, read, seal. Now your turn. Very good. Next, we have bee, feet, tree, seed. Now your turn to read. Good job. Next, boot, pull, hook, tool. Now your turn to read. Good job. Last, coat, soap, goat, toad. Now your turn to read. Good job. So what you read is an example of vowel digraphs. So combination of vowels that produce a single vowel sound, such as I in rain, A in tray, E in beat, E in deep, O in pool, and O in loaf. So now let's read the following examples for I. For I, we have nail, pain, grain. For A, fay, bay, pray. For E, we have big, beach, and beast. For E, we have feel, sweet, weak. For O, we have wool, moon, and zoo. For O, road, cloak, and soar. Now your turn to read all these words. Go! Very good. So now let's read the phrases. Okay, now we read the words. Now let's read the phrases. So the first one, days in a week, a dark moon, a block road. Now your turn to read this. Very good. Now let's have this part. Sack of grain, long beak, silent prayer. Your turn to read. Very good. Last 4 phrases. A sweet treat, a pink soap, an old cloak. Your turn to read. Good job. So now let's read sentences that contains vowel digraphs. So I saw a jeep along the street. Jean has a stain on her coat. Grandma's hair is gray. Now your turn to read. Good job. So now let's practice. So I have here examples of vowel digraphs, and then we are going to complete these pictures, the spelling of it, using the vowel digraphs here. Okay, for the first picture, what do you think should we put here so that we could complete it? Is it this one, this, or this? Very good. It's A-I, rain. How about this one? Good job. It's A-Y, clay. How about this one? What is the girl doing here? And what should we put here? This, or this? Very good. It's E-A, read. How about this one? What is this picture? And what should we put here? Very good. We should put double E. Next. What is this one? And what should we put there? Right. We should put O. Double O. And lastly, what is this picture and what should we put here? This, or this? Good job. It's O-A. So now let's read it. Rain, clay, reed, seed, hook, goat. Now your turn to read. Right, you are. So now let's answer on your paper. So write in your paper page 30 and write 1 to 5. Answers only. So the choices are here: rain, clay, road, seed, hook, and goat. So the choices are here and we just have to complete each sentences using these words that contains vowel digraphs. Okay? For number 1, a blank is a farm animal. So what is it? A rain, clay, road, seed, hook, or goat? It eats grass. That's for number 1. Answers only. Number 2, children like to play with colorful blank. Rain, clay, road, seed, hook, goat. Number 3, Faye got sick because she played in the blank. Rain, clay, road, seed, hook, goat. Number 4, I like to blank storybooks. Rain, clay, road, seed, hook, goat. Number 5, I planted a watermelon blank last week. Is it watermelon, rain, clay, road, seed, hook, goat? And lastly, number 6, father puts a blank on the wall. Is it rain, clay, road, seed, hook, goat? If you're not yet done, click the pause button. If you're done, click the play button. So now let's check. For number 1, you have goat. Number 2, clay. Number 3, rain. Number 4, reed. Number 5, seeds. And number 6, hook. If you got all 6, good job. So now let's have our last lesson, the vowel diphthongs. So our objective is to read words, phrases, sentences, and stories containing vowel diphthongs. So I'm going to read this first and afterwards you are going to read it, okay? So Roy and his clown toy. This is a poem by Glenda A. Capistrano. So Roy has a clown toy. He named it Bound. It has brown coiled hair and big round eyes. It's wearing a blouse with a black tie. His friends join him to play with Bound. They enjoy the day having Bound. So now your turn to read. Good job. So as you can see, the underlined words there are examples of vowel diphthongs. So vowel diphthongs are sounds formed by combining two vowels in a single syllable. The sound begins as one vowel sound and moves towards another. The most common diphthongs are in the English language are the letter combinations of oi, oy, oy, oi, ou, and ow. So now let's read each examples, okay, of digraphs. Vowel diphthongs. So let's have this part first. So the oi sound. We have toy, boy, soy, enjoy, destroy. Now your turn to read. Good job. So now let's have this one. Oil, soil, coil, toil, boil. Your turn to read. Very good. Now let's have this part. Out, mouth, cloud, blouse, house. Your turn to read. Next, ow. We have owl, brown, crown, frown, town. Now, your turn to read. Good job. So, now, let's read phrases containing vowel diphthongs. So, toil, the soil, join the team, boil the water, a brown round toy, a pretty gold crown. Now, your turn to read. Very good. So now let's have this part. A blue cloud, taste the soy, count the coin, enjoy the show, boy and his toy. By the way, the soy was actually the soy sauce. Okay, so now let's read. You read it. Good job. Now, let's have the sentences. So, first, the farmers toil the soil. Now, your turn to read. Very good. Next, Roy joined the sports team. Your turn to read. Very good. Next, I enjoyed watching the clown's show. Your turn to read. Good job. Next, Father bought me a brown round toy. Your turn to read. Next, the princess is wearing a pretty gold crown. Your turn to read. Good job. So now, let's answer this on your paper. So, write on your paper, page 32, learning task 2, answers only. So, we are going to identify each picture, what are their names. Okay? So, for number 1, what is that picture? Number 2, what is that picture? Number 3, what is that picture? And number 4, what is that? And number 5, what is that? So, remember, they should contain vowel diphthongs. Okay? So, if you're not yet done, click the pause button. If you're done, click the play button. For number 1, we have soy sauce or soy. Number 2, we have soil. Number 3, mouse. Number 4, house. And number 5, owl. If you got all 5, good job. And that ends our lessons. Goodbye!